Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, mesdames et queridos, here we are once again back. I am Special Endrey. This is the Computer Cup. No, this is the Craft Cup. No, this is the Four Players Club. No, what is this? It is Special Endrey's Tournament Series, the qualifier number one. And this is Naugrim. His opponent is none other than the UK Protoss player BlinG. And it is a ZVP. This is actually the first ZVP I cast today. We got one other game with the Protoss player, and that's basically about it. The rest was TVT, ZVZ, and ZVT. I'm really happy that I was able to cast quite a lot of awesome ZVTs, to be honest. But, I mean, I'm still feeling the Protoss love. So let's see where this is going. We got BlinG here at the 7 o'clock Orange Protoss. Meanwhile, his opponent, Naugrim, spawning us always, is the Green Zerg here at the 3 o'clock. Of course, this is test bug. Test bug means that we have three possible starting locations, two on the left side, at the top left, the bottom left, and one here at the 3 o'clock in the east. So, BlinG with his fast scout pro knows everything. What is Naugrim going to do about it? As soon as he saw, okay, I got scouted right away, it's time for me to put up the spawning personnel. Hatchery first play coming up here by him just now. So, here, let's see what this Overlord is doing. Of course, in the early stages of the ZVP, the Overlord can check out what's going on. Oh, a Forge in the Nexus first. I just love Nexus first build so much because as a player, when you go Nexus first, it's just not the standard play. It's not Nexus going Nexus first. It's actually not boring. And the same enthusiasm I have about going Nexus first, I have as a caster and as observer as well, because it's just like cheese. When I'm getting sieged, when I'm getting cheesed, I'm like challenge accepted, because I want to make something happen, and this is actually the same BlinG is going to do right now. He's going for the first photon cannon. We got a relatively wide open choke here, but it's still not too wide open like on Zelnaga Kevin, so this is still a viable option. But Naugrim with the right timing, because he went pool first, the Zerglings are in here, and BlinG will be forced to use some probes. But why is he only moving down with 4 probes? He's got so much more probes. There we see the complete wall-off, and this complete wall-off is actually really huge for BlinG. So now he needs to make sure, because this gateway is directly rallied to this pylon, so he actually does not know if the Zerg Zealot is popping out at the top or at the bottom, but it should pop out here at the bottom, and indeed it does. So now he needs to rearrange, relocate his Zealot. I'm not sure why the Zerglings actually went back from the main base. He could have picked up a probe here on the left side, on the right side, like he's trying to do now, but no, he did not, and that's why he's not able to do some more damage here. Now we see another photon cannon is up, and Naugrim, he should move his Overlord away. He should see, there's a cannon, Overlord on top of the cannon. Get the fuck out of there! But he's not doing this right now, so way to go. But what I really like is, of course, this wall here with the probes, and to this, I think the Overlord will survive. 6 more shots. Yes, it will survive. So in the last second, Naugrim realized, okay, it's time to get out of there. But anyway, hatchery fed already at the natural. But what is that? This is just another hatchery coming up. So of course, if you see a Forge first play, a Nexus first play, you know, oh yes, he's building cannons, he's building forges, so he's not building any actual units. So I can just drone like a crazy person, and this is what Naugrim should be doing, but instead he's focusing on Zerglings as well. I mean, there's a certain timing window when the Protoss player can attack, but for the moment he should concentrate a little bit more on the drones. Naugrim once again needs to watch out that this Overlord is not going down, and it is not, because BlinG needed to go for a complete wall off to prevent any more Zerglings from running by and just getting here to the natural, getting in the main. And in the main we see BlinG is just putting up 3 more gateways, and there's the 4th one. So with the 5th one here at position and with the forge, he should go for the +1. This is exactly what he's doing, chrono boosting the shit out of it. So we will go for MC style 5 gate 6 gate timing attack. But Naugrim here with this base finished. Nice job, by the way, for the Zerglings. He checked everywhere. He checked here for any hidden tech structures. He checked for hidden pylons. He does not want to be surprised in a bad way. The screen popping out at the 2nd expansion, so he should put some lava on the rooftop of this hatchery pretty soon. Let's check it there once again in a couple of seconds. He's going for the roach run. Roach run is actually finished a little bit later than the lair will be finished, I believe. Evolution chamber. Oh, it's only a single evolution chamber. And now basically what Naugrim has to do is getting shit tons of Zerglings and roaches out, and the Zerglings should have the speed, and indeed they do have the speed. It is finished, because going for pure roach, the sentries will just take care of you. Going for the pure Zerglings, the Protoss player will just only warp in zealots. But the mix of the roaches and the Zerglings is actually what you need to have to survive, because with the +1 finished, what are those units called? The Zealots are actually able to 2-hit Zerglings instead of using 3 hits. So this is a very good upgrade to have. And of course the Stalkers dealing 15 damage versus armored against the 14 damage versus armored is just another 6% if I'm not mistaken more damage done here. So, Naugrim, what is he doing? He's getting spine crawlers, he's getting more Zerglings, he's getting more roaches, and BlinG, he actually does not have any idea what's going on here. But Naugrim's still having some banelings there, some roaches there, so he needs to remove those roaches. But moving in with the roaches here from the left side will basically show that there are more units coming from another location, and now the Zerglings did a brilliant job at just trapping all those units, but they finally took care of the banelings and bought himself some time with the more and more force fields. He should watch out for the Queen. The Queen should move back behind the spine crawler, allowing the spine crawler to do more damage. But now Naugrim, he's got the 3 bases up. Is he taking out more sentries? Yes, he just took out this one last sentry. Then moving back. The supply is currently telling us 95 Naugrim, 66 BlinG. Let's take a look at the units. 7 Stalkers, 2 Zealots, 2 Sentries against 14 Roaches already. Now Naugrim, why is he relocating this spine crawler in that offensive position? Because he was planning to move out with the Roaches, and now with the spine crawler is Burrow doing some more damage with his Impaler Tentacle. Of course the spine crawler does a little bit more extra damage with this armored unit. And guess what armor type the Stalker is having? Yes, indeed, it is considered an armored unit, not a light armored unit or a non-armored unit or a psionic unit or a heavy unit. It's just the normal armored unit. And now here we see the Zerglings taking the damage, the Roaches dealing the damage. Of course the Roaches will have to retreat right now, but the damage has been done by defending this push. Once again, BlinG will be forced to build a pylon here. I mean, I'm not sure why he just didn't build a pylon in that location and had a middle in the middle between those possible new pylon and the forged Zealot standing, prevent some wall off. So he has to kill a pylon of his own twice. Now we see an Immortal in production, but the Immortal won't do shit because Immortal is a good unit to have against Roaches, but it is just not Roaches which is Naugrim producing. He's also going for some more Zerglings, and Zerglings will not be the only unit pretty soon, because he's not only going for Hydrogen but also for the Spire. So just missing an infestation bit here, we could have the complete possible tech for the tier 2 here the Zerg player should get. Now BlinG got an observer flying around, so he knows what's going on, but we should see an overseer somewhere. Here he is by Naugrim with this overseer. He is able to scout out what's going on, and he knows exactly what is going on. He knows that there's also no robotic space, so just gateway units and immortals, and gateway units and immortals will most likely not be enough. Naugrim even going for expansion number 3, so you will be on 4 bases after 14 minutes in a ZVP. It is quite awesome. So he got the tunneling clause finished, by the way, but okay, so get this. He got the tunneling clause, so if he's burrowing, he will be able to move under the earth. He got the speed for the roaches finished, but he actually doesn't have the burrow, because yes, he still can research the burrow, so yeah. Now, his roaches really look fancy with the spikes on top of their heads. I mean, I can move in. Do you see the green spikes here on top of a roach right now? They are the indicator for the tunneling clause. So he just invested 150 minerals and 150 gas to have his roaches looking fancy. And this is really awesome, by the way. When do you see players, okay, I just don't need to play super efficient. I just want my units to be looking good. And Naugrim is doing this. So it looks like BlinG is now going for an attack. It's just pure Stalker, Immortal 4 Stalkers, and the rest is Immortals. But the Hydras here in the second row actually doing so much damage with their super fast attack speed. Now the Zerglings moving in as well. I mean, the Roach is going down pretty fast, but now with the Zerglings flanking in from the right location, the Hydras just can clean up everything else, and GG is called by BlinG. So after 16 minutes and 3 seconds, Naugrim is able to take game 1 of BlinG. And why was he able to do that? Reason number 1 is he had the right arm pick composition when defending this gate push, while having Zerglings and Roaches, and of course while constantly still having this second base. So game number 2 should come up any second now.